secretly leave stealthy stuff.
Secretly leave? Oh, you mean from the...
Yeah. Oh, like, where's Jeff? I didn't tell everybody.
So I think she's part Irish. Isn't that an Irish goodbye when you leave without saying anything?
So I'm Irish and I'm not.
Well, I am partially Irish, so I guess we'll call it passable then.
Because, well, the only reason I say that is because John's mom's family is Irish, and I always like just kind of leaving because it's a whole big thing when you say goodbye. You know, everybody hugs. It was just a whole thing.
Right.
So I told John, I can't just leave. And he goes, there's something about that. They call that Irish goodbye when you just leave without saying
Oh,
goodbye.
then we're rude. Really? We're the good fun people. Like, really, Marcia?
I didn't think it up.
Well, I'm sorry, Carol. I didn't mean to be rude.
Oh, no, you were being rude. No, I'm just like, where did you go?
I was just like, well, I got the dogs to do, I got this to do, so I
Yeah,
should
that
go
was-
now.
Did you have fun still?
I did. A little
Yeah,
bit.
they were quiet and
It required a little more coordination, though, to put the plastic bag in the
I know,
little...
that's what I said. Think of being carpal tunnel. I was just going to dump it over and then.
I get like part of it in there, or the other part of it, and I'm like,
crippled
no,
up. And I'm
that's
like,
not right.
Well, I kind of told Carol, I warned her. I go, be careful not to put your glove in there. I think
I almost was going to do that too, because the fingers were lost. I noticed that.
one time I was like, I was doing it as an example too. And then you just hold it down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gloves hanging there. I'm like, and you don't want to do that.
You're hilarious. Oh
Oh,
my goodness. Yeah. What, are you going to do it again then sometime?
I think so. Everybody loved it. So, and my biggest thing is,
It's just hard to explain to people what exactly you're
I
doing.
know.
You know, to get them to come, but like, you came and you're like, oh yeah, I like this.
Well, I kind of enjoyed it because, in a way, the repetition is kind of
Soothing.
soothing, I guess, or even meditative.
Yeah.
To keep doing
Yeah.
like the same activity.
You're
So.
helping somebody
you
too.
know.
Yeah.
Well, I told somebody, I can't remember who it was, but the first time I did it, I was crying. It was so
You were!
Carol goes, Carol goes, are you crying? I'm like, that's all they have to eat.
And then it made me think about it. I was like, oh no other food.
Well, the one lady, I don't know her name. I think that was
I
her
didn't
name
know
was
about
Oh, Joan, yeah.
Joan. And she was like looking at the bag, and she's like, "Dang, I eat this in one meal."
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would go, we did 1,000. I really feel like we could do way more than that.
But you should only have the old ladies do 100, so it's not
Oh
so
my
stressful.
gosh.
Just count on it.
So the one Monday afternoon I had probably 20, and the average age was 80. It had to be 80.
Were they slower than the rest
Oh,
of them?
holy smokes.
Really?
And then
Yes.
I'll sit down. She said,
And there was
how
like,
did they scoop in there?
there were 6 of them were like, I need a sit down job. I was like, okay. So I had like 6 or 8 ladies sitting down because that's all they wanted to do. And then there were several of them that couldn't see the scale, so I moved them around. And but like you guys all did 200 in less than an hour. They barely did 200 with 3 times as many people. But they were just I don't know. They had a lot of questions. They jibber jabber and go to the bathroom, and then they'd go get something to drink, and then they'd go to the bathroom, and so anyway.
It's like, okay, that's like a kindergartner.
They had fun and they liked it, but they were really slow.
Only expect that.
So I just have to know that
Yeah.
going in.
I wondered when you said that, I thought, ladies in our
They
church.
had fun.
We're the youngest in our church, so we learned at that time.
But they had fun.
I didn't know that. Okay.
But they had a lot of fun. So I thought, well, that's good that they sat around and chatted for probably an hour. I was kind of like, I think they I want to go home.
Well, you probably could have, though.
Yeah.
Did you have to be there for every round then?
Yeah, she was in charge of the
So
time.
I
She
think
would have got
next
it.
time I would just say, 'cause I think I had 7 like helpers. I think I would rotate people in so you didn't have to be there the whole time. Because I got to be a bit much.
I was going to.
Yeah.
I was kind of wondering about that.
Yeah. But then that night, Wednesday night, we left by 7:15. So I thought that was really good.
That's
And
what
I
they now.
packed up and cleaned up and everything.
Yeah, so you left 20 minutes after me. I left like 10
Yeah.
till. And
Yeah, and that was everything was done except I gotta go back and work on the floor. But so I didn't think that was terrible. But I might do it different so that I schedule people so
And I would have gladly moved her out of bed on something
I
else.
know.
That's why I said I'll stand back and let,
Yeah.
if there's not something for me to do, I'll do it.
Yeah. So,
It's
anyway,
like a bird.
it was fun.
Yeah, that's one of us.
Oh, I was
different,
I
yeah.
was like, oh,
So,
I'm very excited.
Well, thank you both for being there.
thanks for doing it on Friday night.
It was fun. A breath in and out. And another breath in and out. And when you're ready, taking your arms up overhead and lean off to the right side. Letting that bottom hand fall away and stretching out. And bringing both hands back to heart center. Again, that breath in and out. Taking our arms up overhead and leaning to the left side. Letting that bottom hand fall away and stretching out. And returning both hands back to heart center. Again, our breath in and out. Left hand to our right knee, right hand travels around behind, overlooking the right shoulder. And as you exhale, slowly turning your torso and seeing if you might be able to look behind you. And coming back to center. A breath in and out. Right hand, left knee, left hand travels around behind, overlooking the left shoulder. And as you exhale, slowly turning your torso and seeing if you might be able to look behind you. And again, holding our stretch. And coming back to center. That breath in and out. We'll take our legs wide, stretching out. Right hand to the right ankle and taking the left arm over top. Bringing that left hand down to our right toes. Right hand to our right toes. And exhaling down. Nose to the right knee. Inhaling up, left hand, left ankle. And stretching the right arm over top. Bringing that right hand down to our left toes. Left hand to our left toes. And exhaling down. Nose to that left knee. And inhaling up, stretching wide. Left fingers, right toes. And exhaling down. Inhaling up, stretching wide, right fingers, left toes, and exhaling down. Inhaling up, stretching wide, left fingers, right toes, and exhaling down. Inhaling up, stretching wide, right fingers, left toes, and exhaling down. And inhaling up, we'll take the right hand under the right knee, the left hand under the left knee, and we're exhaling forward, bringing our torso as close as we can to the mat. Inhaling up, straightening our torso up. Exhaling down. Torso as close as we can to the mat. Inhaling up, straightening our torso up. And once more, exhaling down. Inhaling up. We'll bring both legs together. Here's our forward fold. Inhaling up, bending my right knee, putting that right ankle on top of the left thigh, and stretching forward for those left toes. Taking both legs long, forward fold. And inhaling up, bending the left knee, putting that left ankle on top of the right thigh, and stretching forward for our right toes. And taking both legs long again, our forward fold. Inhaling our torso, we're going to bend our knees and put our feet down. We're going to put this right ankle on top of the left thigh. And we're headed for reverse table. So we're pushing down with that left foot, down with our hands, boosting our tummies up towards the ceiling, and holding. And relaxing our backside down, keeping that right ankle on top of the left thigh. And again, pushing down with that left foot, down with our hands, bringing our tummies up towards the ceiling for reverse table. And exhaling our backsides down. And one more time, pushing down with that left foot, down with our hands, bringing our tummies up towards the ceiling for reverse table. And coming down, and we'll stretch out our legs nice and long. Inhaling our arms up, exhaling down, inhaling up, exhaling down, and once more, inhaling up, and exhaling down. Again, we're bending our knees, putting our feet down. We'll put this left ankle on top of the right thigh now. We're going to push down with the right foot, down with our hands. Bring our tummies up towards the ceiling for reverse table. Dropping our backsides down. Here we go again. We're going to push our tummies up towards the ceiling. Reverse table. And resting our backsides down. One last time, our reverse table. Pushing our tummies up towards the ceiling. And resting back down. And we'll take our legs nice and long again. Putting the right hand down, we'll stretch the left over top. Putting the left hand down, stretching the right over top. Bringing that right hand down. Taking that left over top. Putting that left hand down. Taking the right over top. Coming back into our seated position. A breath in and out. We'll head into our boat. So hands behind our hips. And taking our legs up. And bringing those hands out by our knees. Can you drop that right ankle down so it hovers off the mat? Coming back up into your boat. Dropping that left ankle down so it hovers off the mat. Coming back, boat. Again, that right ankle drops down. Back up into our boat. Dropping that left ankle down. Coming back into our boat. Coming back up into our seated position. Forward fold. Reaching forward for our toes. Then we'll come forward into our table. Hands and knees. Starting in our cow position with our head up and relaxing our back. Here's cat, inhaling, tucking my head, arching my back, pulling my tummy up and holding. And exhaling back around into our cow. And our cat again, inhaling, tucking my head, arching my back, pulling my tummy up and holding. And exhaling back around into our cow. One more cat, inhaling, tucking my head, arching my back, pulling my tummy up. And exhaling back around into our cow. We'll take that left leg out to the side, drawing up from the torso, taking both arms up, overhead, right hand to the floor, stretching the left over top, taking both arms up, overhead, left hand to the left ankle, stretching the right over top, and returning both arms up, overhead. We'll bring those hands down to the mat. Then we're going to exhale down onto our forearms. And exhaling one more time, dropping our forehead onto the mat and stretching those arms out long in front of us. And we'll come back into our tabletop position, hands and knees. Again, that breath in and out. We'll take that right leg out to the side, drawing up from the torso and taking both arms up, overhead. Bringing that left hand down to the floor, stretching the right over top. Bringing both arms up, overhead. Right hand, right ankle, and stretching the left over top. And then we'll bring that left hand down to the right ankle and look off to the right side. And returning both arms up, overhead. Bringing those hands down to the mat. We'll exhale down onto our forearms. And exhale one more time, dropping our forehead onto the mat and stretching those arms out long in front of us. And coming back into our table position. A breath in and out. We'll put that right forearm down on the mat and take that left arm up, overhead. Bringing that left forearm down, we'll rotate the other direction, take the right arm up, overhead. And then replacing our hands back on the mat for our table position. That breath in and out. We'll turn to the right side, looking back at that right foot. Returning to center, and then turning to the left side, looking back at that left foot, and coming back to center, We'll take it into our threading the needle. Left arm underneath the right. Left shoulder's headed down to the mat. And we'll take that right arm all the way forward. As you hold this position, can you stretch out that left leg? Can you pick those left toes up off the mat? And then bringing that left knee back in. Keeping that same position with our arms, we're going to stretch out that right leg now. And can you pick up that right leg off the mat? And then bringing our knees back into that folded position. And then we'll take that right arm all the way up towards the ceiling. And unwinding, placing our palms down, straightening our arms. A breath in and out. Same thing, other side, so we'll take the right arm now, underneath the left, right shoulder's headed down to the mat, and we'll take that left arm all the way forward. And then as you keep that position with your arms, can you extend out that right leg? Can you pick up that right leg? Putting our right toes down, we'll bring that right knee back up. And now we're going to extend out that left leg, keeping the same position with our arms. And as you do that, can you pick up that left leg? And bringing our knees back up into that folded position, arms are the same way. We'll see if we can take that left arm up towards the ceiling. Coming back into our table. Breath in and out. We'll extend that right arm all the way out in front and take that left leg out behind us. Bending my left knee. Drawing that right elbow back. Connecting. Left knee. And stretching out, bending that left knee, drawing that right elbow back, connecting, left knee, and stretching out. This time as you bend the left knee, we'll take that right hand around, see if we can hang on to those left toes. And coming back into our table. A breath in and out. We'll extend that left arm all the way out in front and bring that right leg out behind us. Bending my right knee. Drawing that left elbow back. Connecting. Right knee. Stretching out, bending that right knee, drawing that left elbow back, connecting, and stretching out. This time as you bend your right knee, we'll bring that left hand around, see if we can hang on to our right toes. Coming back into our table. Our breath in and out. We're going to tuck our toes, picking our backside up for down dog. start by walking the dog. Right knee forward and back, left knee forward and back. Just like we're walking. Coming back into our down dog. We'll take the right hand over to the left ankle. Coming back, down dog. Taking that left hand over to the right ankle. And returning back, down dog. We'll bring the right foot forward in between both hands in front. And when you're ready, inhaling up for your warrior one. Connecting your palms together, extending forward over the right thigh. Bringing that right hand back by our hip, pushing the left arm forward. Bringing both arms forward. And back up. Warrior one. We'll take both hands down on either side of the right foot. And scooting that right foot back into our down dog. We'll bring the left foot forward in between both hands in front. And when you're ready, inhaling up for your warrior one. Connecting my palms together, extending forward over the left thigh. Bringing that left hand back by my hip, pushing the right arm forward. Bringing both arms forward. And back up. Warrior one. And we'll take both hands down on either side of the left foot. Splitting that left foot back into our down dog. From our down dog, we'll leave our weight on our right palm. Both feet are down. We're going to rotate our torso. Take that left arm up towards the ceiling. Bringing that left hand down, putting us back into down dog. Leaving that left hand on the mat. Both feet are on the mat. And we're going to rotate our torso, taking that right arm up overhead. And then coming back into our down dog. We're going to bend our knees, bring our knees forward so that they're an inch or so off the mat and hold. Pushing up into your down dog. Again, bringing your knees forward so they're an inch or so off the mat and hold. And pushing back up. Down dog. And we'll do one last one. So here we go, we're bending our knees. Bringing our knees an inch or so off the mat. And pushing back up into our down dog. Leaving our weight on that right foot, we'll take that left leg out behind us for three-legged dog. Bending that left knee, turning my hip outward, dropping that foot over my hip. If you want it to be harder, walking your hands back. Let's see if you can put them around the right ankle. And then turning back into your down dog. We'll put our weight on the left foot, taking that right leg out behind us. Bending my right knee, turning my hip outward, dropping my foot over my hip. And if you need it to be harder, walking your hands back. See if you can put them around that left ankle. And coming back into our down dog. Walking our feet forward, right behind our hands, slowly rolling upward, reaching on up, and settling into that mountain position. A breath in and out. We'll take the right hand down the outside of the right thigh, stretching the left over top. Bringing that left hand down the outside of the left thigh, stretching the right over top. And coming back into our mountain. We'll take it into our triangle. Right foot is forward, left is behind, arms are out, right hand to the right ankle, and that left arm is up. If you choose, taking that right arm, pointing it out to the left side. And we're bringing both hands around that right ankle, looking up for our gazing pose. And making our way back up. Stretching our arms out. Left hand, right ankle. Right arm is up. Maybe taking that left arm and pointing it out to the right side. And then we're bringing both hands around that right ankle, looking up for our gazing pose. And then we'll put both hands down next to that right ankle. And we're going to take that right foot back into our down dog. From here, we'll drop down into our dolphin on our forearms. Pushing up into our down dog. And then we'll take that left foot forward. And we're going to turn this into our triangle. Left hand, left ankle, rotating the tummy out and taking that right arm up. If you choose, taking that left arm out to the right side. And we're putting both hands around that left ankle, looking up for our gazing pose. And making our way back up. Stretching our arms out. Right hand, left ankle, and the left arm is up. Maybe taking that right arm and pointing it out to the left side. And we're putting both hands around that left ankle, looking up for our gazing pose. And we'll put both hands down beside that left foot. Scooting that left foot back into our down dog. From down dog, we're going to drop it down into our dolphin. Walking your feet back, puts it into that forearm plank. Walking your feet forward into dolphin. Taking your feet back for that forearm plank. Bringing your feet forward dolphin. And we'll do one last walk back, coming into that forearm plank. And walking your feet forward for dolphin. Pushing up into your down dog. Walking our feet forward, right behind our hands, slowly rolling upward, reaching on up, and settling into our mountain position. A nice breath in and out. Let's take this into our warrior two. Right foot is forward, left is behind. Bending the right knee, arms are out, and we're overlooking those right fingertips. Taking the right arm up. Coming back, warrior two. Taking that right hand all the way down, the left is up. Coming back, warrior two. And here's a little bit of a twist. Bringing that lower left forearm to the outside of the right lower leg, and taking that right arm up towards the ceiling. And coming back into our warrior two. And finally stepping back into our mountain. That breath in and out. Warrior two, other side. Left foot is forward, right is behind. Bending the left knee. Arms are out, overlooking those left fingertips. Taking that left hand up. Coming back. Warrior two. Dropping that left hand all the way down, the right is up. Coming back. Warrior two. And then here's our little bit of a twist step. Right forearm to the outside of the left lower leg, and taking that left arm up towards the ceiling. And unwinding, coming back, warrior two. And finally stepping back into our mountain. One breath in and out. Here's our sun salutation. Arms overhead. Coming forward into our forward fold. Hands behind our calves. Relaxing our head. Relaxing our neck. Putting our hands on the mat in front of our toes. Bringing those hands up to our knees. Down to the mat. Up to our knees. Down to the mat. And once more, up to our knees. And down to the mat. We'll leave the right foot forward, take the left behind. Here's our lunge. Right palm is down, rotating left arm and fingers overhead. Bringing that left hand down, rotating right arm and fingers overhead. Bringing that right hand down. We'll come up in our side angle, right forearm on top of the right thigh, taking that left arm overhead. Only thing will change is position of our arms, left forearm on top of the right thigh, and taking that right arm overhead. And then we'll take that into our reverse warrior. Right hand sizzled over the sun. Bringing both hands together, heart center. Connecting my thumbs between my eyebrows, looking up. Bringing those hands to heart center. And our twist. Left elbow, right knee, turning to the side. And we'll put both hands down by that right foot. Getting ready, taking that right foot back into our down dog. Tucking my chin, bringing that left knee forward and holding. Putting the left foot down. Tucking my chin, bringing that right knee forward and holding. Putting the right foot down. And now we're going to cross that right ankle to the top of the left thigh. So right ankle, top of the left thigh. And we're going to turn that into pigeon. How we get there is we're going to bend that left knee, bringing it down to the mat, and taking both arms up, overhead. We're going to bring our hands back down to the mat, tuck those left toes, keep the right ankle on top of the left thigh, and head back into our down dog. Taking that back into our pigeon. Again, we're dropping that left knee down to the mat and bringing both arms up, overhead. Taking our hands down to the mat, tucking those left toes, right ankle still top of that left thigh. And here we go, boosting our back sides up. Down dog. And we'll do one last pigeon this side, dropping that left knee down to the mat and taking those arms overhead. Bringing those hands down to the mat, tucking those left toes, boosting ourselves back up and coming out into our regular down dog. And here we'll walk the dog. Right knee forward and back, left knee forward and back, just like we're walking. Settling back into our down dog. We'll do pigeon other side, so we're going to bring that left ankle to the top of the right thigh. Bend that right knee, bring it down to the mat. Take both arms up, overhead. Bringing our hands down to the mat, tucking our right toes, left ankle still on top of that right thigh, and here's our down dog again. Dropping my right knee down to the mat, again gives me a pigeon. Taking those arms overhead. Bringing those hands down to the mat, tucking those right toes, up we go, down dog. One last time, that left ankle's on top of the right thigh. And getting ready, down we go, right knee down to the mat into pigeon, and taking those arms overhead. Bringing those hands down to the mat, tucking those right toes, up we go, down dog. And then we'll separate all the way out into our regular down dog. Walking our feet back puts us into plank. Hip dip right, right hip towards the mat. Coming back into our plank. Hip dip left, Left hip towards the mat. Coming back into our plank. And we'll come all the way down. Your choice, either resting on your forearms for Sphinx, or palms down, and pushing back for your Cobra. When you're ready, here's your down dog, tucking your toes, back side up. Tucking my chin, bringing that left knee forward and holding. Putting the left foot down. Tucking my chin, bringing that right knee forward and holding. Putting the right foot down. And then we'll take that left foot forward. The right is behind, into our lunge. Left palm is down, rotating. Right arm and fingers overhead. Bringing that right hand down, rotating. Left arm and fingers overhead. Bringing that left hand down. And then we'll inhale up for our side angle. Left forearm on top of the left thigh, taking the right arm overhead. Only thing we'll change is the position of our arms. Right forearm on the left thigh, taking that left arm up overhead. And then taking that into our reverse warrior. Left hands salute to the sun. Bring both hands together. Heart center, connecting my thumbs between my eyebrows, looking up. Bringing those hands to heart center, and our twist. Right elbow, left knee, turning to the side. And we'll put both hands down by that left foot. Getting ready, bringing that right foot forward. Into our forward fold. Slowly rolling upward, reaching up, settling into that mountain position. A breath in and out. We'll take our hands around behind us, interlace our fingers, roll our shoulders back, lengthen our arms, and look up towards the ceiling. And bending forward, we'll keep those straight arms and raise those fingers up towards the ceiling. And then coming back up into our mountain. From here, we're headed over into our table and onto our backs. Turn it off.
Yeah, it's giving me anxiety.
What is?
That music is giving me anxiety. I couldn't even. I had it or something. I don't know. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I go back to our ocean waves or whatever. We're almost there anyway.
Okay, I know. I was waiting for something to get activated.
Feet down, knees up, arms wide. Our breath in and out. We'll cross that right leg over the left. And then we'll take both knees off to the left side for our side twist. Taking that into our shrimp position, extending that top leg nice and long, with the right hand reaching around for the toes or the ankle on the bottom. And maybe taking that left arm up towards the ceiling. And then unwinding, feet down, knees up, arms wide. Take breath in and out. We'll cross our left leg over the right, we'll take both knees off to the right side for our side twist. Taking that into our shrimp pose, we'll extend that top leg nice and long, with the left hand now reaching around for the toes or the ankle on the bottom. And maybe taking that right arm up towards the ceiling. Then we're unwinding, feet down, knees up. A nice full breath in and out. We'll take that right leg all the way up towards the ceiling. And we'll roll that right ankle. First one way, and then the other. Pulling my toes towards me, pushing them away. Pulling my toes towards me, pushing them away. And then making that circle with our right leg. Maybe making that circle go around the other way. Taking that right leg all the way up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, lowering that right heel halfway between the ceiling and the floor, and holding. As you exhale the next time, dropping that right heel almost to the mat, not quite there, letting it hover. We'll take that right leg all the way up, and with both hands, we're reaching for those right toes. And then releasing out, feet down, knees up. Another breath in and out. We'll take that left leg all the way up towards the ceiling, and we're going to roll that left ankle. First one way, and then the other. Pulling my toes towards me, pushing them away, towards me, and away. And then starting that circle with our left leg. Making your circle go around the other way. Bringing that left leg all the way up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, lowering that left heel halfway between the ceiling and the floor, and holding. As you exhale the next time, dropping that left heel almost to the mat, not quite there, letting it hover. We'll take that left leg all the way back up, and with both hands, we're going to reach for those left toes. And then releasing out, feet down, knees up. A breath in and out. And then we'll roll over, and we'll take a moment in child's pose. Making ourselves comfortable for our Shavasana on our backs, sponge pose. As we begin to unwind, taking those deep breaths in and out. Inhaling all the way in, and pushing the air all the way out. Seeing if we can expand extend our inhalation for about 5 seconds. And then push the air out for about 5 seconds. Beginning to notice that place, that pause between your inhalation and your exhalation. Slowly bring your awareness to your forehead, smoothing out your forehead. Relaxing your eyebrows, relaxing that place between your eyebrows. Drawing the relaxation down through your cheeks and into your jaw. Maybe opening your mouth just a little bit as you invite your jaw to relax. Drawing that relaxation down through your neck. And as you exhale, dropping your shoulders, releasing them. Thinking about deepening that space between the bottom of your ears and the top of your shoulders. Drawing that relaxation down through your arms, into your wrists, softening your hands, releasing your fingers. Allowing your thoughts to just come and go, not dwelling on any one thing. Bringing that relaxation down through your chest, into your tummy, relaxing your hips, softening your thighs, releasing your knees, lower legs, ankles, and your feet. And taking a moment to continue to drift and melt. Now picture yourself sitting at the beach. You're facing towards the west, where the sun will set over the ocean. You can see the red sun slowly sinking as streaks of pink and orange light up the sky. You notice the reflections of those colors in the ocean water. And you begin to notice the gray and purple colors of evening spreading across the ocean. The seagulls are starting to settle down for the night. And the people who crowded the beach during the day are packing up to go home. You can hear their conversation, the call of some children, and you hear that conversation fading farther and farther away. Sinking into that peace, the quiet, the stillness of the sunset on the beach. Noticing that deep pink radiance that glows above the ocean. Taking a moment to continue to watch the sunset and see what's meant for you to see on your journey today. Coming back to your breath, noticing its peaceful, easy rhythm. Taking a moment to give thanks for whatever comes to mind today. Also taking a moment to think about our intentions, all those good things we'd like to do. Gathering those positive affirmations in our mind. And when we have those intentions gathered together, either in our mind's eye, or we can raise our arms up over our head and send all those good thoughts outward. Taking a deep breath in, exhaling out, reconnecting with our bodies, noticing the rise and fall of our chest as we inhale and as we exhale. Checking in with our fingers, wiggling our fingers, noticing how they feel. Checking in with our toes, wiggling our toes, noticing how they feel. Allowing our senses to bring us back to the room around us. Any sounds in the room, the temperature of the room. Taking a deep breath in, exhaling out. And when you're ready to come back from your journey, only when you're ready to come back, gently sitting up and taking your time. Namaste. Thank you for being here today. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you for being here this evening.
Thanks, Jim.
And happy weekend.
Yay.